Hey there, Card Nation. It's Cardinal Craze bringing you back with episode 20. Here on the show today, we have ZEN Michalski. All right, Zen, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Just quarantine as usual. Just getting work in whenever I can, whenever I can.
Now, we've been seeing that you have been just transforming since 2019, and we saw that the other day on Twitter, and we've been seeing that you've been advocating for the Cards a lot since your commitment. Now, we're kind of going to go back to quarantine for a second. So you're doing okay in quarantine, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm doing great. Just working out and sleeping and eating pretty much.
Just sleeping and eating. Have you still been able to see your friends and work out with them?
Oh, yeah. We don't get back in the weight room with my high school until July 1st, but a lot of our friends have gym basements and stuff, so we all kind of just meet up and work out. But I actually like working out more by myself. I don't like working out with friends just because it's hard to be serious. You know what I mean? Like if it's a team, like lifting like with Louisville and stuff, it's gonna be different because you have coaches and stuff. But just with a group of friends, I feel like I never get anything done, so I like doing it by myself.
No, it's understandable. Friends can be distracting and sometimes they can be helpful, but I guess in this case, they just need to stay far away.
Yeah.
So you said that you're going to be back in the weight room at your high school. You said July 1st, right?
Yeah. I don't know about restrictions or anything, but from what our coach said, that we're going to be starting July 1st, and then kind of just going. I guess he said that we're going to be going without restrictions according to IHSAA. They said that we can go, I guess, full tilt, and we might start some full contact in the summer, which I really hope we do. That'd be fun.
Yeah, no, definitely. So seeing as how your school has mentioned you're going to go back into the weight rooms by July 1st, now when do your classes start back up?
I think we're still on the same schedule, really. Just we have this thing called Turkey Bowl, pretty much where at the beginning of each year, the football captains teach the girls from juniors and seniors, and each team is like juniors versus seniors, and we do that every year, and it's still going to happen this year. So they kind of just said that school's going to go on as normal, and all of our events are going to go. So I think we're going to be good for the rest of the year, really, unless second wave hits in the winter.
Now, are you concerned about that second wave and about being around all those different kids?
I personally, and a lot of people, I think it's really dangerous, and I think it's something that should be cautioned a lot, really. But I'm not as worried about it as I used to be, just seeing how we did flatten the curve finally. And I think if another wave comes back, we're going to be prepared for it. And if it does come back in the winter, I'm not even going to be in school because I'm going to be graduating early and be at Louisville. So I'll be finally out of it, really. So I'm excited for that.
So have you been able to talk to your admissions and get all that sorted out, figure out what classes you're going to take at U of L?
Yeah. Actually, not the Louisville classes, but I have figured out all my high school stuff to graduate early, and it's all been passed through and accepted by each school. And I think me and Coach Thomas are actually going to try to figure out what classes I'll be taking in Louisville, and probably my counselor too before I leave. But yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm not sure how that works because sometimes they, like as a senior graduate, they only have you take one class for that semester, so it's like a ton of free time. But I'm not sure how they're going to do it. But however they do, I'm excited.
Well, I'm glad you're excited. Now, what do you want to study at U of L? I don't know if we touched on that back in our original episode. Have you thought about what you want to do when you get to U of L?
Yeah, I'm going to be going into business and stuff. That's kind of just what my whole family does. So I'm going to be jumping on the train and kind of just following the same career path because it's kind of tough trying to think of what you want to do for the rest of your life at 17. Mm-hmm. So you kind of just have to, I guess, you see what everyone else did and really it worked for them. So we're going to go for it.
No, most definitely. This is honestly the biggest life change. Now, mind you, you're not going to be that far from home, but at the same time, this is, going for a degree, going to college, these are giant steps in the right direction. And I'm glad that you want to follow in your family's footsteps. Do you want to give your family business a shout out?
Oh yeah, we Kentucky Lighting Grip is what my stepdad does. He's a filmmaker and stuff, so he has a big business where he does his lighting and they rent lights and stuff, and it's just a big thing. And he's just started it last year, but I'd probably do something related to that. My dad is an artist. He doesn't really do business, but he sells a lot of his stuff and kind of lives on his art, so he knows about it. My aunts are really who do all the business. I have 4 aunts, and they all are big business people, so. I'm not sure which ones they work for, but I know that they're living really nice off of just their business stuff.
Well, hey, that's great to hear. And we'll be sure to put your stepdad's business in the description down below if you want. If not, I can just edit that out.
Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool. So one of the things I want to talk about was your relationship with Coach Ledford and when you committed to Louisville and what it meant to your family and what it meant to you.
I mean, so me and Coach Left were really close. I talk to him like every day, pretty much. He's just an awesome coach. Like he makes me feel like he makes me feel like family. It doesn't make me feel like I'm another number that they're just gonna like. A lot of the other teams made me feel like I wasn't really a person. It was kind of just like we need you for your athletic abilities and not for who you are. And we don't want to better our program with like character and like they're building Louisville off of people. They're not building it off of 5 stars. You know what I mean? What it meant to our family. Yeah, it was awesome. It meant so much to me because I grew up watching Louisville. I didn't even start playing football until 8th grade. So I never really grew up with that dream of college football until I started football. And then I kind of just clicked and I was like, I want to do this. I want to go play somewhere and be something with football. And it just happened. And I never expected it to be this big or be Louisville. But I'm still a little kind of like surprised. It's awesome.
No, I mean, the fan base is really happy, and I'm really happy that you committed to Louisville. And watching your commitment video, it was such a thrill to see you put on that Louisville Cardinal hat. Now, I know you had a little bit of technical difficulties during,
Yeah, the audio is bad.
but later on you had reposted the video and was able to listen to all of it. And I'm sure a lot of Cards fans re-listened to it as well. And honestly, we are just like hands down excited that you will be joining the Louisville team. Now, one thing that we had talked about last time was your relationship with Coach Ledford. And I had asked you what kind of person he was. And I guess since then, is there anything you've been able to add on to that? Like, is there anything you know specifically? Like, let's say, does he obsessively talk about grilling? Does he obsessively talk about, wanting to go to the Grand Canyon? Is there anything you can add on top of Coach Ledford?
Coach Ledford is, I mean, yeah, he loves grilling. He's a family man for sure. I mean, the day that we talked, him and my whole family talked. All he could talk about was how excited he was to get to meet everyone and kind of just want to be a part of my life. And he's a great dude. He surprisingly, I think he grew up in somewhere in Carolina or South Carolina. I think I could be wrong. I can't remember because we went on vacation to the Smokies and he was talking about how there's mountains there and stuff. I'm sorry, that was super off topic, but yeah, he's a
No, that's all
great
right.
dude. I love Coach Ledford. He's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
awesome.
yeah, he's kind of this. I at that time I pretty much knew all I needed to know about him. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like judging him off all the other offensive line coaches I talked to, he's probably honestly to most people the best offensive line coach in the country. With
Hands
just
down.
with what he's done with the players and I mean he's off the program too is just crazy.
No, most definitely. Being able to say that you have sent two offensive linemen to the NFL consecutively in 2 years in a row, that has not been done. And I mean, I don't know if he was the, first to actually do that in almost 10, 12 years. I'm not sure. There's probably a chart out there saying who sent what, but for the most part, well, we're glad that he's a family man. We're glad that you have such a great bond and connection and that he treats you like an individual. He doesn't just treat you like a number, like you said. So one of the things I did want to ask is, has Miss Ledford sent you any recipes for her famous cookies?
Oh no, I haven't, but I'm excited. I can't wait to go over there every Thursday night. He has a big dinner with all the offensive linemen,
Mm-hmm.
and that's really how you build that bond with everybody. It's just sharing nights like that together and kind of just bonding. And then once you guys everyone gets that close, it's so much easier to play that much harder in games. It's awesome. I'm super excited to be a part of that stuff.
Well, we're glad that you're going to be a part of it. Now, has the coaching staff been able to talk to you about when they will be able to bring you in for an official visit?
So the NCAA just pushed back everything till July 31st, and August is a dead period for all on-campus recruiting, so it probably won't be till September, really. That's
Okay.
another big reason I decided to commit so early is because I kind of knew that like a lot of kids were holding out for those campus visits to decide where they're going to commit to. And I mean, that's a really big part of it because you could fall in love with the place just by, walking on campus. But I'd already been to Louisville like 4 times because I live so close. And yeah, it was kind of just the perfect spot. I didn't want to wait.
Well, we're glad that you committed, and we're glad that you've, been to Louisville so many times. Now, let me ask you, are you going to take not necessarily a visit, but you're just going to go to the campus and look around?
Oh yeah, I've already done that. I think
Oh,
I
you've
was there
already done
last.
that. Okay.
I was driving around it last week. Honestly, I was just parked outside the stadium with some friends, just hanging out,
No,
just
that's
kind of just
awesome.
taking it all in. Because I mean, I that's like the only college football stadium I've ever really been to, and it's huge. That's
No,
all I can
yeah.
really say. It's crazy. Just being outside of it's a great feeling.
Now, that is the only football stadium college-wise you've been to?
I haven't been able to go. Like I started with, like I said, football really late, and I didn't even. This is gonna sound super weird considering that I'm gonna be playing college football. I didn't really start watching college football until like last year or 2 years ago. So I was like, I just got into it. So first game I went to was actually the Louisville Notre Dame game, and that's when I was like, I want to go here. This is the place I want to be. Just that atmosphere, and it was a crazy night. It was awesome.
Well, let me tell you, you'll be able to visit plenty of other stadiums when playing for Louisville, especially, well, in the ACC. And hopefully Scott Satterfield can get you and the team to a bowl game every year. So we talked a while back about us breaking down the Louisville season and what's to be expected. Now, is there any game that you're looking forward to on the upcoming season schedule?
Oh yeah, for sure. The Florida State game at home, I cannot wait to go watch that. That's going to be a huge game. I mean, if fans are allowed, which I think there will be fans at that point,
Mhm.
it's going to be the same atmosphere as Notre Dame because I mean, two big teams like that playing at home is just I'm super excited. It's going to be awesome.
Well, we're glad that you're super excited. And let me tell you, I'm excited for that Florida State game. Some revenge at home. That would be
Oh
really
yeah,
cool. Yeah, I
that
kind
would
of
be nice.
wish we could play Miami at home again because I just this past season, I mean, understandably the rebuild, not every
Yeah.
game's going to be perfect, but just having some revenge at home, and I looked ahead in the schedule. I can't seem to see when they're going to play them again, but hopefully in the next 5 years they'll play them. So what would you say overall feeling about fans being like at the games? Like, so you said that you hope that fans will be there. Do you think there's going to be some restriction as to how many fans can be in a stadium, like per seat? Or do you
Oh
think,
yeah, they're. Oh sorry, you finish.
uh, I was just going to add on to it is that, do you think that there may not be any fans at all and it'll just be televised and it'll be like a weird scrimmage almost?
I think that people, there's been a lot of different opinions from different people out there, and one was that people are going to set up Zoom calls to watch it, which I was like, why would you do that when there's TV? But if it was me, I don't really care too much about playing in front of a lot of people. I just
Mhm.
like playing football. But I mean, I feel like there will be restrictions, but at a certain time, those will be lifted finally. And I think I think it'll all be fine. I think there's definitely not going to be able to be 65,000 people in that stadium, but
Yeah.
I think they'll definitely still I think allow fans.
Well, that's good that you still think there will be fans in the stands, and like you said, maybe not 65,000 filling up the entire stadium like they did last year. But honestly, are you going to be a little off-put when seeing people in the stands wearing like just masks? Would that be a little weird to take in?
I don't think not to me really. I mean, like this year, my high school games, I don't know what's gonna happen with fans. I don't know if there's gonna be fans at all, but if they do, I don't think it would bother me too much. I'm not looking over at the stands usually during the game, but I don't know. It could affect some people. I wouldn't really think of it as too much stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, for the most part, I'm glad it's not going to affect you. And hopefully, there will be a home opener with fans because, I mean, if you go to that game, I'd love to meet you in person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But so just kind of talking about your high school situation, are you going to be wearing a mask while going to classes for almost the
Um,
rest of your senior year?
we have no idea really. I don't know how they're gonna do that. One of our friends, we have like my friend, his mom is like in the school system and she has a ton of friends, and they were talking about breaking up days where half the school goes to school one day and half the school goes to school the other day. But
Hmm.
I haven't heard much about that either. I don't know what they're gonna do really. I mean, with restrictions opening back up, they said that they wanted Indiana to be back to normal by July 4th. And I think we're still on that path. And if it is, that'd be awesome. But I don't know what's really gonna happen. It's kind of still all up in the air. I just want to be at school, honestly, see some people and hang out.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Well, I'm glad that eventually you will be able to go to school to some level of degree. Now, let me ask you, were you excited that you got that boost on 24/7 to a 87 out of as opposed to the 85 that you were at?
Oh yeah, that was really cool when they I think it's weird. I don't understand exactly how 24/7 Sports does it. I talked to Alan Trieu, one of their guys, and they said that they couldn't ignore, I guess, what I did with my weight and how I guess my recruiting has been going, and they put me. I don't know what the difference is, but like there's one where it's like 24/7 Sports. They have me at like 56th offensive tackle and sixth in the state, and then the one above it's like 24/7 comprise or something like that, and
Mm.
it's like 70th, and then like I think it's like 12th in state. I don't know who are the different people that do it, but I'm just super happy to be recognized and um given that boost. That was really cool.
We were all excited to see that you got that boost. I don't think it's been applied just yet, but I'm sure they'll switch that around before the end of the year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not too worried about it anyways. I mean,
Oh
it's
yeah, I
just a
mean it's
number, you know
just
what I mean?
yeah. I mean really, it's just yeah. You're right, but still, it's kind of nice to see that they're at least acknowledging that you're getting better. So I do want to talk about you getting weight and the before and after photo you showed on social media of you back in 2019 versus now. So I just want to comment on that. You've gained a massive amount of muscle and weight, and just the comparison, it's almost like I mean they're really it's hard to put into words the amount of work that you've done, build your body up like that in almost a year.
Yeah, it took a lot. It was a lot of dedication, and you kind of had to throw your social life out the window for a little bit to, no parties sometimes because you're working out and whatnot. But a lot of the stuff I did was, so like my freshman year, I was at like 5'11", and then I
Mhm.
grew to 6'4" my sophomore year, and then at the end of my sophomore year, I was like 6'5" and a half, and I was really skinny and kind of like frail because you just grew like almost 8 inches in a year. And I think that my body finally just started catching up and filled back out. And I took my meals from like 3 meals a day to 6 meals a day, and I just
Mhm.
two workouts a day, and it all kind of just came together. I was super happy with it. A lot of people called me out for steroids, but I was like, I've never used anything. The only supplement I've used is creatine. And yeah,
Mhm.
I think I got really blessed with good genetics.
No, yeah, you really did. And I mean, the call out from steroids, that's a little, I mean, that's a little much. I mean, especially for a high school student like yourself to be supplying yourself with steroids. I mean, that's a little out there. But honestly, no, I mean, hard work and dedication really does go a long way. And you've proven that beyond a measure of a doubt. So one of the last things I did want to kind of talk about with football before we get into more of your personal life and understanding you a little bit better as a individual and not as just a player. You told me earlier in the segment off camera that some schools are trying to flip you, one of which was Notre Dame. And what was the other one?
Oh, Ole Miss, they offered me a while back after
Mhm.
probably like a couple of days after I committed, and they've been on me, but they finally gave up after I was just like, listen, there's no way I'm leaving. There's nothing you guys can really do to change my mind. I don't want to come visit. I committed for a reason,
Mhm.
and they kind of understood. And I didn't want to, be mean to anybody or about anything, but I just wanted to make sure they all knew that I wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Now, one of the things that I'm going to talk about last is the fact that you and Victone are trying to recruit kids to Louisville, trying to talk to them daily or at least try and nudge them in the right direction towards the Cards. And so let me ask you, has that been difficult?
Some kids, everyone's different.
Mm-hmm.
I hit up a lot of people will, some people don't even respond sometimes. I haven't done it to a lot of people. I've probably done it to like maybe three or four,
Mm-hmm.
but some people don't like doing it and like don't want to feel that pressure. So they're kind of just like, hey, listen, I'm gonna make this decision by myself. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Just want to let you guys know that we have something special over here. And I think our class is growing very nicely. We just got a 4-star yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I'm not sure how to say his first name, but he's very good outside linebacker. But
I don't know how to say his name either. I'm very bad with names. I'll probably butcher it as well.
oh yeah, me too. But yeah, I think that our class is going to grow very very nicely in June too, when
Mm-hmm.
June hits. And yeah, I haven't been talking to too many kids just because it's kind of hard to keep track of everyone that has a Louisville offer and
Yeah.
who we actually want. And I don't want to like, I guess, like try to nudge someone over here that our coaches might not necessarily want right
Mm-hmm.
now, and they want like this other eyes or like linebacker or something, but we don't want
Yeah.
this one just yet, just in case if that one comes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
And
mean,
you,
it is a difficult process. All right, so now we're going to move on to some personal things and getting to know you as the individual that you are. And so one of the first things I wanted to kind of get out the gate is, are you a single child or do you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I actually have two little brothers, half brothers, with my mom and my stepdad, and they're 6 and 2. One's 6 years old, and then one's 2 years old, and they're both very wild child kids. We've been in quarantine for like 2 months with them, and it's closest thing to hell possible, pretty much. But
Okay.
I love them. They're great, But it's been fun. I go back and forth from my dad and my mom a lot, so I don't
Yeah.
have to be here all the time. I'm actually June 11th. I'm going with a couple friends to Florida for 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm getting a break from it for a little bit.
Now you're not going to do the whole spring break situation down there
Oh
partying your butt off.
oh yeah, no. We're going to Anna Maria Island, and it's kind of like a smaller island down in Florida that you
Okay.
drive a big bridge to, and kind of just relax for 2 weeks, take it easy. Still work out really hard though, and just body weight stuff. No,
Yeah.
we don't have any weights down there, but it should still be good. Yeah, I get a break from them. It's gonna be great.
Well, hey, I'm glad that you're going to be able to get a break and I understand your pain. So, what is your favorite Netflix show?
Netflix show probably The Walking Dead. Yeah, I'm a big scary movie guy. I've seen The Walking Dead probably 3 times over now, and they added new seasons. I didn't realize that, so I'm kind of just starting from the beginning and watching all the way back through on like season 6 right now. And it takes a lot. You have to be dedicated because each episode's like almost an hour long, and there's like 10 episodes per season. So it's like it's definitely something you gotta like sit down and just binge watch.
Were you excited to see that they actually filmed in Kentucky a while back whenever they were doing the show?
Oh yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, that was really cool. And then I like that what's it called? I don't know what happens in the very end just yet because I haven't seen the last seasons, but I did hear that they talked about the Kentucky thing, which is cool.
Yeah.
I just
So,
went in a circle there. That was weird.
no, it's all right. So, who is your favorite character off The Walking Dead?
I'd probably have to go with Daryl. He's the best. I mean,
There.
he's the coolest. Just knows what he's doing out there. It's awesome.
The whole.
I can do what?
He's the one with the crossbow, right?
Yeah. He's
Okay,
pretty
I was.
badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was trying to make sure that was him.
I've grown up watching scary movies. I like that's the only thing I can watch because everything else is boring in comparison to me at least.
Well, have you seen Z Nation then on
Oh
Netflix?
yeah. That's pretty good. I like The Walking Dead more, so I kind of gave up on it after the first season because I think that was all that was out on Netflix at the time. But it
Mhm.
was pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So one of the other things I wanted to ask was, who is your favorite musician?
Probably I liked. Let me see. Actually, I have a big playlist. I listen to a lot of like I won't say like hard rap. I really like Trippie Redd. I really like Travis Scott and I have like a lot of songs by the same people. 2K Baby is actually really good too.
Okay, baby.
I don't think I have like just one guy that I really like. Honestly, I think I listen to a lot of different music, so
No, yeah.
it's fun.
A lot of your fellow Louisville commits have said that they like Lil Baby,
Oh
and
yeah, Lil Baby. Yeah. I don't know how I didn't say that one. Lil Baby. I like the Baby or Duh Baby. Sorry, that's my bad. And then shoot, what was the other? I like Kodak Black a lot too. I listen to a lot of
Cardinal.
his.
Okay. Have you listened to any of Jack Harlow out of Louisville?
He sounds very. Yeah, I know who that is. I don't think I probably have heard his music. Can you name one of his songs and I'll probably know it?
One of the most popular ones he did was "What's Poppin'."
Oh, yep. I love that song. I thought that's who that was by, but I never knew. I didn't know he was from Louisville until a lot of people I knew like went to his concerts and stuff.
Yeah, no, there. And if you watch some of his music videos, it's actually taken in specific areas of Louisville. All right, so when you did go to Louisville and you and your friends actually went to the parking lot, have you been able to see inside the facilities, or were you able to get any glimpses from like maybe last year before the pandemic even hit?
Oh yeah. We actually we drove. So a lot of my friends are gonna go to Louisville,
Hmm.
and I wanted to show them campus because I've been down there before. So we all got in a big car, or in my friend's big like mom's like van thing, and we drove down through Louisville's campus and stuff, and everyone fell in love with it. And it's really cool that I know that like all my friends are gonna be coming to Louisville with me, and I'm not gonna be like leaving anyone behind. But yeah, we walked up to the weight room and stuff, and we could look in there. We went through all the practice facilities and the big indoor facility, and it was awesome. It kind of like opened my eyes again at like like the football players, you're treated very well at Louisville, and they put a lot of money into their athletics, which is a big
Mhm.
thing because they are trying to make it better from that 10-2 or that 2-10 year. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, most definitely, and we hope to see a lot more improvements, especially around the training facilities in the next couple of years, because I think it is due for some type of renovation at some point to try and bring it up to at least a higher standard. But who's to say when that'll happen? That's a Vince Tyler question.
And then, yeah, I think that they're gonna even. I mean, I feel like they're gonna add on to the stadium too as well. You know, add another level to the other side. I just feel like once we get on our roll and Louisville becomes a powerhouse again,
Mhm.
that they're gonna put some more money into like the stadium and stuff.
I'd just love to see more improvements just around the stadium, showing that they're trying to entice more kids like yourself to come to Louisville by saying, hey, check it out, brand new practice facility, has, everything you could want, and all that. Is there anything you want to tell the fans?
Just be ready for this next couple of years. I think that our class in particular is really special, and now that Coach Centerfield and Coach Ledford and all the App State coaches are kind of settling in and kind of getting the foundation of the program, and it's nowhere but up from now or from here. Just with after this season, I think we're gonna have a great season, and it's gonna bring in even better recruits for the 2022 class. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just we're gonna keep building.
Well, that's good to hear. Now, one of the final questions, and this is what I love to do on this show, is we try to appease the console gods. And one of the things I'm going to ask you is, now we probably already I probably already asked you this beforehand, but are you a PlayStation player or an Xbox player?
Xbox player. I've had it forever.
Oh,
Yeah, I've had an Xbox One X probably for the last 2 years when it first came out, and I had a Xbox 360 when I was 8 or 10. First thing I ever got, and it's still usable. I have it in the basement, but yeah, I know a lot of the other commits are PS4, I think.
well, I tell you, you and Victone, I think, are going to be able to get along. Did you play with Victone on Xbox?
Oh no, I didn't know if you had an Xbox or not. I've only really asked Aaron and Vic Mullen,
Oh,
and
okay.
they both have PS4.
I'm almost 100% positive Victone has an Xbox. I'm almost sure. I think when I did the video with him about a week or two ago, he had mentioned that. Now, let me ask you, what do you like to play on Xbox?
Oh, I'm a big. I like Warzone, and the cool thing about that actually is that it's crossplay, so we can all play together. We just gotta get that like set up at some point. Like me and a lot of some people don't have it yet. So like for example, Aaron's gonna get it, Aaron Gunn, and then we're gonna play that. But I play a lot of Warzone. I used to be one of the big Fortnite kids like 2 years ago, but then I kind of stopped playing it after it got really boring. And
Yeah.
really just that Warzone and Netflix. That's like what I use my Xbox for at this point.
Have you ever played Battlefield?
Oh yeah, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 was good. I like Battlefield 1 more though. I
Yeah.
love playing that. Just the maps and everything. It's a great game.
Now, would you say that Battlefield 5 was kind of a letdown?
Oh yeah, a little bit. It was kind of the one of those games that you play for like the first month and you're like, whoa, this is really fun, and then you kind of realize you've done kind of like it's a game that launches with not a lot of content. Another game I actually play is Call of Duty 3, 4, 2, and 1. That was the weirdest order I could have given them in, but
No,
um,
that's fine.
yeah, but yeah, I play all the Call of Duty. I grew up with that, so I love the all the zombies maps and stuff. I think I have every map for every game. Yeah,
so
I've definitely been invested.
so let's say Battlefield comes out with a zombie map. Now, would that entice you to be, kind of turn the ship back around and go more towards playing it a little bit longer?
I think that would be a great idea for them because with their graphics and their mechanics, that'd be just how real Battlefield 1 feels. I
Hmm.
think that'd be a great thing for Battlefield to do. They went for the battle royale thing in Battlefield 5, which I thought
Yeah.
was kind of weird. Everyone's kind of trying to feed off of the Fortnite thing, but if they made a zombies thing, I think that'd be crazy. That'd be a great thing for the game and bring back a lot of different players.
Hmm. How do you pronounce your full first name?
Zenuae.
Zenuae. Is that from the Bible?
Uh, uh, no, I think it's from Zen itself is from Buddhism, and then my mom wanted me to originally be named like Yue for some reason, and then my dad wanted to be Zen, so they kind of just like smashed it together and made Zen Yue.
Huh.
My
Zen.
middle name's from the Bible though, Elijah.
Oh, Elijah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Zen. Well, for the most part, we appreciate you coming out on the show and telling us your thoughts about how you feel about Louisville, why you committed, and getting to know you a little bit better. And we really appreciate you being able to take time out of your busy schedule to be able to let us know what's going on with you.
Yeah, no problem. It was awesome.
Well, I'm glad you had an awesome time. And for the most part, hopefully we can have you back out on the show again as a Louisville actual player. Hopefully we can get you on before you come in or well, when you go in as an actual player, and we can talk a little bit more in depth about how you feel towards the program and give us a little bit more insight as to what's going on. But for the most part, this has been Cardinal Craze, and go Cards.